Abitex, that is Abe Msinguzi, and we are also actively searching for the organizers, for the other organizers and managers of that New Year concert at Freedom City Hall. The facts gathered indicate that more than 500 revelers and concert goers were celebrating the end of year and the ushering in of the New Year at Freedom City in Namasuba on the 31st and 1st. The celebrations were progressing well till that point where the master of ceremony recklessly made an announcement for the concert goers to move out and watch the fireworks display in the parking, and probably thereafter return to the concert. Now the packed crowd became dangerous after the rush for fireworks from the hall through a narrow corridor to the only exit entry point led to a panic mode because the local security guards had locked all the other gates. About 4 other exits and entries. So as a result, several victims were trapped, others trampled upon through the narrow passage, which became a real bottleneck for some of the juveniles. We have the names of 8 people. There is an identified male juvenile who is not yet identified, aged 16, and then the 10th body. But the 8 identified are Nakatumba Margaret, aged 29, Namyaro Mary, 14, Daniel Chibuka, 14, Nakakande Hadija, Nakanwaji Viola, Mwanje Shafik, Kizito Ibrahim, aged 11, Nakimati Hadija, and then there's a 16-year-old body of a male juvenile that's not identified yet. Now this is a very terrible tragedy, and our deepest sympathies go to the families of the deceased persons. There are those who are injured. We also wish them a speedy recovery. Our Deputy Inspector General of Police, Major General Tumusime Kasigazi, has visited the scene, and they are trying to come up with a timeline of basically what happened. And this afternoon also, Her Excellency, the Vice President, will also be visiting that scene and also condoling with the families of the bereaved. Crime intelligence are continuing to carry out investigations. Our areas of interest are the access and exit controls, the safety measures against crowd control, the safety measures against disorders and stampedes, evacuation plans. We want to establish whether paramedics and ambulances were on site, the number of stewards and ushers who were dedicated to the event, and the number of people at the concert, among others. So far, we have, like I've indicated, Abe Msinguzi, the promoter or organizer of the event, is already in custody. We're already investigating him for negligent acts that could have caused the death of these 10. We also want to use this opportunity to remind organizers and promoters of events, proprietors of venues, to always provide enough to always follow the safety and security guidelines that we always give them on the management of public and major events. Now, we also have 2 police officers who were arrested for withdrawing from duty, and the premises, first of all, were physically inspected by our territorial police at Katwe, and they found that there were a number of access and access controls in place, a number of doors leading in, and so they gave it a go. Then also the counterterrorism officers who were overseeing the fireworks, who were supposed to oversee the fireworks display, were also present. Now, the organizers and their private security were in charge of the inner security, while the external security and perimeter was manned by police and other security personnel due to the existing threat environment. We observe that the organizers in most cases tend to put profits before the safety of revelers and concert goers, which is very dangerous. Because in this case, you already have about 500 attendees. Why should somebody block all the other 4 exits and entries and then only use one gate? Of course, they did it on the assumption that there could be other gate crashers or people who are non-ticketed that could find their way back into the concert hall. In addition to that, we are also going to take action because if you noticed amongst the deceased persons, we have children who are under 18 years. And of course, children are below 18 are not required to attend adult concerts. It is only those who are 18 and above that are permitted to attend such concerts because they are legally allowed to make their own decisions as adults. For those who are like 13 and 17, they can attend if they are accompanied by an adult or responsible person. So it is also an area that we are actually investigating.